Yo, the streets are talking and it's getting messier by the day. Big Meech? Furious. Rick Ross? Playing ghost. And 50 Cent? Oh, he's straight up losing it. Y'all better buckle up because this isn't just rap beef. This is betrayal, power, and millions on the line. See, when Big Meech got out, he didn't just walk into freedom, he walked into chaos. And Rick Ross, he played it sweet at first, promising the moon, the stars, and a whole galaxy to Meech. A new show, he said. A big budget, he claimed. A legendary concert, he shouted. All that talk, just smoke. Because when it came time to deliver, Ross vanished into thin air. Poof! Meech isn't just annoyed, he's livid. Ross gave him the illusion of support, hyped him up, then dipped. And let's be real, Meech ain't the type to let that slide. Enter 50 Cent. As soon as Meech teamed up with Ross for that so-called welcome home concert, 50 Cent sprinted to Instagram. Petty levels on max. He started clowning them, hard. Why? Because he saw it coming. He warned everybody that this was gonna flop. And when it did, he sat back and laughed like a villain in a movie. That concert never happened. Federal agents allegedly shut it all down with letters. Yep, letters. And people started whispering, who's powerful enough to pull those strings? All fingers pointed to 50, the king of chaos. Now, 50's not confirming it. He's not denying it either. But he is mocking the entire thing on the gram. Boozy Baz dropped some info on Vlad TV and 50 swooped in like a hawk. Hey, I'm just asking for a friend. So the show's canceled? Disrespect level 1000.
2-3 hours, like, I'm at the Louis store. I'm like, what? What the? I could have saved this bitch $5,000 outfit.
But here's where it really gets dark. Not only did Ross ghost Meech after all that big talk, but when things started collapsing, he didn't even try to help. He just lingered in the shadows like a puppet master who bailed once his show flopped. Using Meech as a pawn just to jab at 50? Disgusting. And 50? Oh, he kept receipts. He dragged Tammy Cowens into the mess, the woman being accused of being a federal informant. Yep, that Tammy. 50 even posted alleged text messages between them. Straight up asked her, did Meech know you were working with the feds while he was locked up? And Tammy? She responded. It wasn't vague either. She spilled details. Then 50 hit hard. Tammy Cowens, the truth and nothing but the truth coming soon. This ain't just petty now, it's personal. Just last week, 50 was on full blast accusing Big Meech of snitching, called him Big Screech, even said, you told Tammy Cowens to get your time cut, sucker. And guess what? He made sure to tag every brand he owns. Classic 50. He turned Meech's reputation into a marketing campaign. But hold up, it ain't just 50 pointing fingers. Blue Da Vinci and Cuffy are also speaking up, saying Meech was the reason they got locked up. They claim he used Tammy Cowens as an informant from the start. This ain't some rumor 50 pulled out of thin air. Insiders have been murmuring about this for years.
He's saying, how did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy so you could get caught up in it? How did that happen? So that means you got to go back to the movies. Right, that's the. Oh, Meech and Tammy was trying to get Suarez.
Exactly. But when the government found out she was in contact with me, they switched the investigation toward me.
Now let's talk about Lil Meech, because yes, 50 pulled him into the storm too. Before this chaos, 50 Cent had Lil Meech's back like a big brother, paid for acting classes, helped him land that BMF role, and even stepped in when there were whispers about substance. 50 sent him to rehab, paid for it out of his own pocket. That's loyalty, whether you like 50 or not.
Watching movies, I'm like, man, acting must just be reading lines off of paper, like something like this. You know, when I get there, you're like, hey, don't look at the paper. Imagine your mom and dad in the casket right now.
But everything changed the moment Big Meech got cozy with Rick Ross. As soon as that alliance happened, 50 dropped everyone. He said, I'm done. Publicly, loudly, even announced he was ending the BMF series. That show, Lil Meech's bread and butter, that's where he made his money. Now, nothing. And it didn't stop there. 50 started blurring Lil Meech's face in all the BMF promo, as if he's trying to erase him from the narrative completely. Petty doesn't even cover it. This is next level. Meanwhile, after the concert flop, Ross didn't take the L quietly. No, sir, he came back swinging, claiming he's making his own BMF series. And not just any series, one with a bigger budget than 50's, bruh.
Yeah, so look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film.
But let's be honest, that was Big Meech's last shot. If Ross had followed through, Meech could have secured the bag. But like everything else Ross promised, it was all talk, no action. And here's the thing, 50 Cent owns the rights to the Black Mafia family story for TV and film. So Ross can't even legally make that series unless 50 signs off. So again, just talk, empty promises, and Meech still broke, still catching strays online. And Ross, silent, not lifting a finger. That's why 50's always roasted Ross for being a leech. For years, 50's said Ross only brings him up to stay relevant. Every time Ross needs a headline, guess whose name he drops? 50 Cent. And it's crystal clear now, Ross only got involved with BMF to get under 50's skin.
For him, outside of mentioning me, when things get bad, you mention me, it gets covered.
But Ross didn't stop there. Recently, he reignited the feud with a low blow, bringing up 50 Cent's late mother in an Instagram story. Like, seriously? Who does that?
I didn't know that they say I was the only person that flagged 50 Cent up. I ain't know that. I'm gonna be honest. Tony Yayo told 50 Cent himself, y'all.
He even dragged Tony Yayo into it, saying he warned 50 about messing up, mocked Yayo and Uncle Murda for looking old, and said they need skincare treatments. Yeah, he went there.
Tony Yayo said, I wouldn't do that if I was, because Tony Yayo know the niggas ain't got no money. Come on, man, look at Tony Yayo on team that. Them niggas need face.
Of course, Yayo clapped back, saying he's used to being pulled into 50's beefs because real loyalty, that's rare, and he's always stood by his boy. Ross, meanwhile, switched it up again, this time coming for 50's business, mocked the G-Unit Studios project in Louisiana, claimed 50 was too broke to finish it and no bank would loan him money.
You struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at, you thought you was gonna be able to do it. You thought you was gonna be able to get them loans and it ain't, what's wrong? What's taking?
But you already know, 50 wasn't letting that slide. He came right back, roasting Ross for being just a guest on the Millennium Tour. That's right, the same lineup with Bow Wow, Omarion, Ray J, and Pleasure P. And Ross, just a feature. 50 said, so the big boss is now under Bow Wow? It's giving washed. So at this point, 50 Cent's not just clowning, he's exposing. The whole situation is unraveling fast, and Big Meech? He's the one caught in the middle, losing it all while everyone else plays chess with his legacy. Let's not forget, during the real BMF era, Meech was a powerhouse, a true street general. If you owed him a dime, he'd come for it, but now, he's out here, broke, betrayed, and boxed in. And word on the street? Rick Ross is feeling the heat. Sources are saying Ross is quietly terrified because this ain't just industry drama, this is the real BMF. The ones who were in the trenches with Meech, the ones who don't play games, and right now they're allegedly watching Ross, whether they confront him directly or send someone to do it. That's the part keeping Ross up at night. Meech might be down financially, but don't get it twisted, he still has reach, and if he decides to confront Ross about everything, the lies, the betrayal, the money he never saw, Ross might find himself way out of his depth.
Take the bad along with the good and show his crew know how to be men, then that's what you get. Everybody shining like new money. It ain't no other crew like this in the world, and there never will be another.
And it begs the question what's next? Is Ross really scared of the consequences? Did he poke the wrong beast trying to get revenge on 50 Cent? And now that Big Meech knows he's been used, will he strike back? Because let's not forget, Meech sold the rights to the BMF story. We're talking $112 million. That kind of money should have been life-changing. Generational wealth, but where is it now? The deal went down, and yet Meech and Lil Meech are still struggling. 50's walking away, Ross bailed, and that money either tied up or never hit Meech's hands the way it should have, and that's the final heartbreak. Meech trusted the wrong people. He put his legacy in the hands of men chasing clout, not loyalty. Ross wanted to trend, 50 wanted to control, and Meech just wanted to build something with his son, but instead it all fell apart. Now Lil Meech, once poised to become a star under 50's wing, is being erased. And Big Meech, he's left standing in the middle of a war he never asked for, watching everything he built get used as a weapon in a feud between two men who never really had his back. So now we ask you, do you think Rick Ross was ever serious about helping Big Meech, or was he just using him to get under 50 Cent's skin? Did 50 go too far with the big screech comments and public humiliation? And most importantly, will Meech ever get the respect and power he deserves? Or has the BMF legacy been permanently tainted by betrayal? Because this drama, it's far from over. Someone's going to pay. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But when Big Meech decides it's time to settle the score, you know he won't come lightly. Drop your thoughts in the comments. comments because we need to hear from y'all. Was this a power play gone wrong, a war of egos, or the fall of a real legend caught in the crossfire? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single twist in this BMF saga, because trust us, it's only just beginning.